Well, NBA Youngboy still locked up, and we actually had a lawyer on our show the other day, and he just broke down this case, and it's just crazy. Uh, I mean, he not only got caught with a bunch of guns at a video shoot, and there was a warrant out for his arrest, but then when he gets pulled over, he runs, and when they search the car, they find more guns. And the guns are like modified where there's like extended clips. So that's like a whole other charge. And then he was already like on probation originally. So essentially you got one of the biggest artists in hip hop right now, point blank period, sitting in a jail cell, facing years that, according to this lawyer, he's not just going to walk away from. He's going to eat some years. And he's what, 21 years old with like 10 kids? On top of that, where do you see, and you've been around a lot of celebrities that are messed up, that are great people, they have good hearts, people like Katt Williams, who you love, that just, they get given this opportunity and they somehow, it goes left. Why do you think that happens?
Well, we're going to talk about NBA Youngboy and not Katt Williams.
Okay, fair enough.
Okay. And somehow this has got to be a product of his environment. Somehow he's not been able to differentiate between you're now a professional artist and you got to separate yourself from some of your past friends and activities, which is hard. Like, I'm at a point right now where I've had the same phone number for 15 years.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm at the point now where I want to get a new phone number specifically to not be as accessible to some of the people in my past that I still love, but I don't need to talk to you on the phone. For you to ask me stupid shit like, will I come and do your grandfather's 85th birthday party? It's very difficult, though, to pull away because there's feelings and emotions involved, and you can get slammed, and people get they'll start down talking you because you are trying to advance yourself and keep calm and peace in your life and not be caught up in the shit. And everybody can't get away. They can't get away if that's your pre-blow up environment. Now, decisions are made by ourselves. There was a decision, I don't think that he'd been caught with all that artillery and didn't know. I didn't know this was in the car. I didn't know nothing. I don't know what's going on. Yeah. He knew. So he is the one who have to make the decision to not live that lifestyle anymore. And sometimes it's hard to get out. I pray for him that while he's sitting in his jail cell, which he will be, that's when you get a lot of revelation and you come to life about who was down. You'll find out who's down for you, who wasn't down for you, who told you it was a good idea to do it like this. Did somebody rat you out and get you pulled over? You have all that time to figure that shit out while you're locked up. I ought to know. You know?
You've done some jail time.
I've done some jail time.
How much total?
Well, my longest stint was 4 months and 18 days. Twin Towers Correctional Facility.
It's enough time to think about some stuff.
You motherfucking right. It is shit. 2 days. 2 days is enough to try to get your life in order. Like what got me here?
Oh yeah. No, I remember my first time getting locked up, and I've only done a couple days here and there. It was like, wow, this really sucks.
It sucks from the moment you see the light in your rearview mirror. It sucks from there, and it goes downhill fast.
I remember the feeling. I remember, because I was in the precinct first before you get transferred to central bookings. I remember the feeling, because there was no toilet in the cell, of having to ask another man as an adult if I could go to the bathroom.
And having to wait on whether they fucking feel like letting you go.
Exactly.
Or not.
Exactly. That. Knowing that the answer might be, no, I'm busy.
Or if you get an answer at all.
If you get an answer at all. It's like, wow,
So then what's your alternative?
Yeah.
See?
You could,
Piss in the corner,
right.
shit in the corner.
Which,
now you're all degraded and feeling fucked up.
Right.
But
And you might get fucked up by the police in the process for doing that. Let's not forget that
you
part.
might get fucked up by the police before you even get into the cell.
Yeah.
Depending on who you are and what your charge is. So anyway,
yeah, exactly.
You know, I just because guys, when they make that bad decisions, guys or girls, just know that it don't just affect you when they pulled you over and found guns in the car. Now that's gonna affect your mama. That's gonna affect your children. That's gonna affect your children's mother. That's gonna affect your income. That's gonna affect your label. That's gonna affect everything. So
yeah, and let me tell you, if you ever wonder if prison is that bad, the one thing that convinced me as a teenager that I never want to go to prison is a movie that's on Netflix right now called American Me. Watch that movie. Watch all the rape scenes, all the prison rape scenes, with multiple men involved and all that.
I never looked at Edward James almost the same after that movie. Wasn't that him in that movie?
Yeah, that was him.
Yeah, listen, prison is a cakewalk compared to county jail.
Yeah.
And that's what you was in, and that's what I was in.
Yeah.
We've not been to prison.
Yeah.
But you get way more luxuries in prison than you do in county jail if you can survive it. Both of them are horrible.
Yeah.
Horrible.
Yeah.
I don't suggest jail for anybody, not for one motherfucking day. Although I do think that high schoolers, like they should have a mock prison. I think that everybody that's getting ready to graduate high school should have to spend the night in the mock prison, male and female, to really let you know that this is not where the fuck you want to be. At least you know you're getting out tomorrow. But what if you had 20 years?
Yeah, good luck with being the principal that puts that into effect. See how long you get to keep your job. Putting all the high school kids in a mock prison.
Not a good idea? No?
Yeah.
Maybe it's a good thing I didn't go into teaching.
Yeah, you'll be in the unemployment line that next day, let me tell you. But I thought it was a good idea.
Well, shit, it sounded like a good idea.
It sounded like a good idea at the time.
Knock your ass up.
I don't think I thought this one through all the way.
Oh.
I should have planned this out a little more.
It's the most sensitive ass parents. Some of them would beg for you to lock their kid up for overnight shit.
Well, you touched on Katt Williams. You and Katt go back quite a bit. He did an interview with Fat Joe, and he touched on a few things that are kind of interesting. He said, the misconception is that there are drugs that can help you do your job. No, there isn't. There aren't drugs that can help you memorize, to be creative, to come up with something that someone didn't already say, to figure out the funny thing in something tragic. Those are not the side effects of drugs. Those are the side effects of brilliance. So if you think there is some state you could be in that could deliver you to a higher frame of comedy, there isn't. It's the closest connection with the people.
True.
You agree?
Yes.
He says something else, which is interesting, which I never really thought of. And you could tell me whether you feel this is true or not. He says, I'm the greatest comedian living because I have more female fans than any comedian on the globe. Agree or disagree?
I think that the statement that he has more female fans, I think that's true. Whether or not that makes you the greatest comedian living is debatable. However, if that's what he said, then he believes that. And if he believes it, that's all that matters.
Like, I've never been to a Katt Williams show, I'll be honest. I've been around him. We actually did a little bit of an interview when he was on the Don Magic Wand show. He's very dope. I'm a huge fan. But I've never actually been to a show. So are there more female fans for Katt than like a Kevin Hart or a Dave Chappelle or one of these other top guys?
Well, I don't know because I've never been on tour with Dave Chappelle or with anybody else, but I've been on tour with Katt.
Right.
And I would like to say it's equal, but that would not be accurate. He does have a great deal of female fans. And he has a great deal of heavy-set female fans too, because he has sang the praises of being yourself and loving yourself and not giving a fuck what nobody says, and that he likes big girls and he likes stretch marks and all the things that girls are taught to try to hide and stuff like that.
There you go.
He has never been caught cheating on his wife. He's not married. He's never been, approached by, I don't think, anybody's husband. I think that actually the fan base is pretty equal because there's a lot of guys who relate to Katt too and enjoy his comedy as well.
Yeah, I mean, I'd love to see him live. I don't know if he's still touring, but...
Well, you'll get your opportunity to see him.
Okay. There you go. There you go. Let me know next time you guys are doing a show together. I'll pop up.
For sure.